Howdy, friends. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining me on this very important moment, perhaps one of the pivotal moments in the history of Russia. It has begun. It has begun. Prigozhin, the owner of ЧВК Wagner, has announced that he is going on to Moscow. He has called for all Russians to join him in his Telegram channel. He has made the calls to for armed forces to join him, to go to Moscow and make things right, to serve justice and, bring the fairness back to Russia. It's been long in the making. Well, not really long, but the acute phase has been, since basically May 5th, when Prigozhin started threatening Ministry of Defense, calling Shoigu names and so forth. Shoigu is Russian Minister of Defense. And it's been escalating, and the escalation just exploded today. The Ministry of Defense, allegedly, according to Prigozhin, they executed a missile strike on Prigozhin troops, killed so many people. Of course, Ministry of Defense is denying that, but after that, Prigozhin went nuts and basically called everyone to revolt. So he's staging an armed mutiny, and I'm giving you the latest updates. Things are happening right now. Lots of Russians are on the streets, at least in the city of Rostov. I am getting the pictures of armed vehicles moved into the city. There are there's a fortress plan for large cities in Russia. Something starts going wrong or dangerous. There's a fortress plan executed. Means all police, all national guards, all military men, they are brought inside of the cities and they guard basically the Russian government, of course, the administration and important people and judges and so forth, and government buildings. This is what's happening in Rostov right now, and it's what's happening in Moscow. Other cities, I'm not sure. I know that there is commotion in Krasnodar. This is the second largest city in the south of Russia. South of Russia is a key area right now because Shoigu is currently in Rostov. He's fled to Rostov, or he's moved to Rostov for some kind of a unclear purpose today. Shoigu is claiming that he's run away to Rostov. They all go to Rostov. Former Ukrainian President Yanukovych fled to Rostov. Now Shoigu is fleeing. What the hell is going on in Rostov? Anyway, purpose of the stream is I'm going to give you the breaking news. And the breaking news are happening right now. I have access to multiple media channels. Government, I'm going to be looking at the government, what they're saying. I briefly looked. They're denying everything, saying everything's going according to the plan, everything's quiet. Don't even think about nothing is happening. Nevertheless, all over the news, KGB, FSB announced that they have started criminal investigation, the criminal case against Prigozhin for calling for mutiny, for coup, and that's a big deal, by the way. Then what else is happening? Dmitry Peskov, who is, I don't know who he is, but he's supposedly the voice of Putin. We would like to hear Putin ourselves, but Dmitry Peskov came out and said that situation is being assessed. That's it. I assume that Putin is scared, because if he wasn't, he'd be out there addressing people, saying that, things are not going according to the plan, blah, blah, but let's see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stream for some time. I'm going to turn, this is kind of introduction, I'm going to turn the comments on. Will not be answering many, sometimes, occasionally, if I, mods, would you please? And by the way, thank you for coming back, and this is a second stream in a row. Anyway, Lorna, Mommy, and the mods, thank you so much. If something needs my attention, then put it in caps, put it like in red. I will try to look for it, but I'll be looking at the news, and it's a pretty big deal right now. Anyway, So I will start with Russian head of propaganda. Not head, but the main channel. Первый. I want to see live what they're saying right now. They are saying that they not let me to watch live in Uzbekistan. That's not a good sign for them, of course. Let me do a couple manipulations. And I'm in Russia. Magic. Let's see what they have. But basically, I really would like... I'm waiting for Putin to come out and say something. But nope. They have commercials. All right, let me turn on the live stream chat on. Let me turn the live stream chat on. What I want to do, and this is the plan for the stream, I'm going to share what I've been learning recently on this situation developing. I don't know how to call it, mutiny, coup, attempt to coup, but I will be, looking, and I will be telling you what is happening so far. I'll remind you, in Russia, it's 10 minutes to midnight. No, it's not. It's 12 minutes after midnight. There's nothing unusual according to channel number 1. Now we have Russia 24, another propaganda channel. And looks like it's business as usual. Oh, news. News. They are having news. Huh, interesting. Midnight news. What's in the news? And of course, they're running commercial. Another commercial. I've just turned on the live stream chat on. Please keep the live stream chat clean. Don't fight, folks. It's not time to fight. It's time to observe and absorb. Russia 24, Россия 24. They're giving how many information on how many armed forces of Ukraine they have destroyed. 444 planes. I didn't know that Ukrainians had that many planes. 240 helicopters. 4,700 drones. 426 cannons. 10,000 tanks. 1,100 armor, heavy armor. And 5,200 cannons. High caliber cannons. And, anyway, whatever. Anyway, nothing about Prigozhin. Let's forget about them for a while. And let's turn into... Let's do this. Let's do this. Так. Do we have live stream chat on or not? Looks like not. Stay with me, folks, please. Very strange. I'm not showing anything. Okay, here it is. It is on. Folks, right now I'm asking you one thing. Please behave. Don't make it hard on the mods. Again, mods are helping out, and this is not the time to fight or troll or, you know, do not so wonderful things. It's gonna be a long night. Yeah, I agree. Kamisanti, you were asking me what was happening in Russia. Well, this is happening, you know. Now, so far, this is what I know. Let me give you a little brief. This situation has been escalating for quite some time, and I predicted, well, I foresaw kind of, that the civil war was coming to Russia. I made a stream. There are I saw 7 reasons why I thought civil war was coming to Russia, and it was beginning of June, I believe. Then I made the stream, civil war has begun, and I saw the first signs. I don't know, to me, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see these things. You just look for small details, you put the pieces of a puzzle together, and then you start seeing the big picture. I started seeing it quite some time ago. Anyway, and I didn't know the time when the eruption would happen, and this is happening right now. I thought would take some time, a few more weeks, but hey, it's gonna happen sooner or later, you know. So Prigozhin had been complaining a lot of ministry. He had been feuding with the Ministry of Defense, complaining that he had been cut from the supplies of ammo and armor. And I think that was true. But Ministry of Defense, of course, was denying everything, saying, hey, he gets as much ammo as anyone else. It's also possible, I don't know. But anyway, Bakhmut was, according to Prigozhin, was his result of his actions. Bakhmut fell, according to Prigozhin. I don't know whether it's true or not, but Bakhmut fell. And Prigozhin said, hey, you know what, we are moving out of Ukraine. And everyone was like, whoa, wait a second, you're not. And this is where the biggest problem started. So he wanted to move out, and I think that that would weaken the front lines a great deal. And, the clashes with Ministry of Defense started. At first, Wagner, captured as a lieutenant colonel of a Russian army, raped him, allegedly, beat him, tortured him. And that was like declaration of war in my eyes. I couldn't believe it, actually. Ministry of Defense kind of swallowed it. But days later, Shoigu signed an executive order of Minister of Defense that all troops of all private armies have to sign contracts with the Russian Ministry of Defense by July 1st. And Shoigu basically gave a middle finger, said, we're not going to do that. And then a couple of days ago, what happened a few days ago, okay? So Putin the next day came out and said, well, ЧВК Wagner and everyone really must sign the contracts with Ministry of Defense. And then 8 hours later, Prigozhin came out and said, no, we're not going to do that. So he disobeyed Putin for the first time in Russia's history in 20 years. Someone directly, openly, publicly disobeyed Putin. Okay, and I think that's where the declaration of war happened. Then Prigozhin started releasing videos, and he was blaming generals and oligarchs in all problems that Russia has been facing. And today he released a 30-minute video when he called basically all allegations of Russian propaganda, Russian officials that Russia was to denazify Ukraine. He called it fakes, lies, and he said the real reason Russians attacked Ukraine was that Shoigu wanted to become a marshal, I don't know, the biggest military, rank, and he wanted to become, get another highest honor of Russia, to become hero of Russia for the second time, the medal. And the oligarchs, because they're really controlling Russia right now. They have seized control of Russia, so that's direct poke at Putin that he's not in control anymore. So the oligarchs controlling Russia, and they just want to steal everything from Ukraine, and they've been stealing all the equipment at the factories in Donbass and in the new territories that Russia annexed from Ukraine and so forth. So there was basically declaration of war from Prigozhin. And very soon after that, allegedly, Prigozhin came out and said that ЧВК Wagner was attacked from Russian side, basically backstabbing, and missile. So it was a missile strike, and that killed lots of Prigozhin's combatants. And soon after that, he basically called out all Russians to rise up and join him, and that's it. So this is where we're standing right now. Basically, there is the force that is opposing the current regime and ready to seize the power. Not the best force in the world, Prigozhin is just, I'm cringing when I talk about this guy. But he's out to get Putin, as far as I understand. Is this a fake? No, because Russian propaganda obviously is saying, well, it's a fake. Don't listen to this, because this is a fake. But if it's not, it's not because of one simple reason. FSB has publicly, officially made an announcement that they have opened a criminal case that charging Prigozhin with the mutiny. And that's a pretty serious charge in Russia. So that's not a fake, okay? Dmitry Peskov also came out and said he's aware that Putin is aware of the situation and Putin is assessing the situation. To me, that's a declaration of weakness, declaration of losing power and control, because, hey, the first thing you hear something like that, you're going to be in public, you got to be commanding your nation, you're going to be, people supposedly trusted you, at least that's what the propaganda says. Well, you got to act on power, and then he's not. He's hiding somewhere. He doesn't even say a word. So, by the way, is he? Waiting for him to come out and say something. Putin, where are you? News. Channel Russia 24, news.
Украине ужесточают мобилизацию. Местные издания сообщают о новых приказах, которые объявили в Киеве, Чернигове.
Oh, they're talking about Ukraine, they're talking about criminal regime in Ukraine, blah, 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 blah. All right, so channel number 1, nothing. Like nothing is happening. All right, let's forget about this, guys, for a little bit. Now, what is happening right now all over Russia? First of all, Crusader Damien, Prigozhin worse than Putin outcome is they chew themselves up and many soldiers as possible. Moderate can appear. Look, my bet is if this continues to escalate, within a couple of days we will see all Russian troops withdraw from Ukraine. So, hey, been praying for 17 months, every single day, for the bloodshed to be stopped. This is definitely a wild day then. Anyway, so what do we know so far? I have seen the pictures, thanks Lorna and Mommy. Rostov, heavy armor moved in. Basically, there is a plan, fortress, and something is like if big cities are under threat of mutiny or war or something, there's a code called fortress, and this situation is when everyone gets called up, army, probably police, state police, all power block people. And what happened, they moved into the center of Rostov, they controlling the major streets, the main streets. There are pictures coming up. So the Russian propaganda saying, hey, it's no big deal. No big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, because go and look in the center of Rostov, where you will see with your own eyes. This is a big deal. Okay, in Moscow, supposedly, they also have this fortress plan. And there are reports, allegedly, I don't know, I didn't see them myself, but people are leaving Ministry of Defense building in Frunzinskaya Nabережная, they're like ants running away from the ant hill, so to speak. They're leaving by foot, they're leaving by cars, so something is definitely going on in Moscow. Так. I also know that police and state police are up on alert in Krasnodar. That's where ЧВК Wagner have bases. Okay, Krasnodar is the area in southern Russia right next to province, right next to Rostov. So Rostov and Krasnodar are on alert. Moscow is on alert. There are reports that some military personnel started joining Wagner. That's rumors. I don't know. Please don't believe it. Until we get more information, that's just rumors. Prigozhin needs to switch sides, persuade CIA Zelensky to provide supplies, or he's done. Agreed. He's got momentum right now. If someone joins him, for example, some generals, some prominent big figure, Surovikin perhaps, I don't know, then he definitely has power. He definitely is setting an example for everyone to follow. But you are absolutely right, White Lightning. If he does not have anyone on his side, he'll be crushed. Supposedly, he has 25,000 troops. That's a formidable force, but hey, if you're standing against the entire country, FSB, police, army, and so forth. By the way, he has spoken publicly saying that he's going to Moscow. He doesn't know which route, but any roadblocks will be people, the police, whoever's going to be opposing him, they're going to be killed. That's what he said in his Telegram channel. Manos, thank you so much. Thank you. Так. Let's see what's happening. Holy moly. RBK, which is one of the mainstream channels, is coming out with news. Let me quote you. Sergei Surovikin, the guy I just named you, he's addressing to the ЧВК Wagner combatants. The guy I just named you, he's addressing to the...
Третья колонка готова. Ваши свежие круассаны и какао с собой.
Добро пожаловать на новый ЗС международного...
So that's Russian news. Hang on, I'll
Третья колонка готова. Ваши свежие круассаны и какао с собой.
До 25...
The heck? Какие круассаны? I'm sorry, folks. I'm a little edgy right now. Little edgy right now. So, basically, Surovikin is addressing the competence of ЧВК Wagner.
Я только что по приказу руководства Министерства
Basically,
обороны
Surovikin is addressing the competence of ЧВК Wagner.
прибыл с переднего края, с передовой. Я только что, где наши войска, руководство Министерства обороны, наши командиры федерации, наши солдаты, наши бойцы, добровольцы. Я только что, где наши войска, руководство...
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because sound is looping. Hang on. I'm gonna turn my sound off and I'm gonna listen to this guy.
Несли потери, но вместе побеждали. Мы одной крови.
Folks, this is happening. This is really serious because Surovikin was the ally of Prigozhin. He was like protege of Prigozhin. Folks, this is happening. Basically, Surovikin just came out and publicly addressed the combatants of ЧВК Wagner. 2 minutes of blah, blah, blah talk. And at the end, very, very, very serious message. He said, please stop the columns that are moving. Stop them right now. Subside to the will and order of the commander-in-chief. Let's take care of all our disagreements in a peaceful way. Do not work for the enemy. I mean, for the Ukrainians, obviously. So the columns are moving. They know about that, folks. They are using now Surovikin to actually address them and to say, what about Surovikin is calling on behalf of chief, commander-in-chief? Do you see something wrong in this picture, folks? I do. Where is the commander-in-chief himself? I tell you what, if he doesn't show up, those people will not stop. If Putin shows up, I don't know. We'll see. But if he doesn't, that's a huge, huge trump card to the hands of Prigozhin. Carson, thank you. Prigozhin said this is not a military coup. He can say anything he wants. He's moving 25,000 troops, armed combatants to Moscow. And Surovikin is asking those combatants to stop right now, stop the columns. Prigozhin can say anything he wants to. Yeah, he's just pissed. He's whatever, But this should also be an act of treason. FSB just officially, publicly charged him with mutiny. I mean, how come is this not a military coup? He called all Russians to rise up and join his cause and to bring justice to Moscow, get rid of the leadership. And how is this not a military coup? Explain me, please. So anyway. Let's move forward. Riviera, 1862. Do you think Prigozhin, his army will make it to Moscow? I don't know yet. Okay, there's another guy. Vladimir Alexander, another general, just came out with, let me listen to his address. There you go. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, I'm seeing no sound. Anyway, let me repeat that. You didn't miss much. These guys are incredible. Look, second 3-star. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, I'm seeing no. Three-star general came out and he was begging. So please stop. Don't go any further. This is a 3-star war general. Come on. Oh my God. So this is serious because what's happening is second general in a row in 5 minutes on camera. Literally, this is not a professional camera. It's a cell phone. Someone filming him on a cell phone with the sound on. Sound is not the highest quality, obviously. And then he's begging them to stop. So these guys are afraid of ЧВК Wagner, and they are really moving on to Moscow. This Vladimir Alexeyev just confirmed it after Surovikin for the second time. Folks, this is happening, okay? Moscow, center of Moscow. Heavy armor moving in. There you go. Yep. Video. People, making videos on the cell phones and posting heavy armor trucks moving into the center of Moscow. Also, allegedly reported the roadblocks around Rublyovka. That's where all elite Russian elite lives. Okay. Большая Dmitrovka is a little street right behind the Russian parliament. Ooh, heavy armor moving in, my friends. Heavy armor. Yeah, Большая Dmitrovka. It's right next to it's between Russian parliament and right next to the Red Square, the Kremlin. It's happening. And the Russian propaganda keeps telling them nothing's going on. Oh my God. Is this another 1991? KGB, FSB just released a statement saying that announcement of Prigozhin is the call to mutiny and the backstabbing of the armed forces of Russia. ЧВК Wagner just announced that they are loyal to Prigozhin and they're gonna go with him. Surovikin, FSB, and FSB are trying to stop them. They cannot. They have not been able to do so far. They tried to arrest Prigozhin in St. Petersburg this evening. He was there a few hours ago. They failed. Haha. ЧВК Wagner has representative offices in 29 Russian regions, and they are all headed by very experienced fighters. Okay, there are no names, just the call signs, and I'm pretty sure they're ready. There are roadblocks all around Moscow. They're being assembled right now. All official threats to Prigozhin are coming from FSB. The sources are saying that all FSB is on highest alert. General Prosecutor's Office are keeping silence right now. No one else is saying anything. And police also is not saying anything. Interesting. Police is to watch. It's allowed to cry on the stream. I can understand your emotions right now. Must be huge. I'm not crying. I'm very emotional. This is another 1991, at least an attempt to 1991 happening. Svein, I don't understand your your message. I'm sorry. What am I supposed to be sitting here calmly? Thank you so much. Nuclear now, solo later. Good sign. So, from Moscow to Belgrade, by plane, special forces like SWAT type of forces, fighters are sent. So, something is happening in Belgrade. everyone starts citing this guy I just listened to, Alexeyev. He's the first deputy of chief of staff. He's saying that, well, this is insane. This I can't understand it. This is just insanity of certain people. I can't understand it in any other way. I quote him. So just a few hours ago, Prigozhin, 4 hours ago, Prigozhin was in St. Petersburg, but that's unofficial information. My dear friend, it's allowed again. I'm sorry. It's allowed to cry. I'm not there yet. Andrew Eisen, Putin, I need a ride, not ammo. Brian Young, Konstantin, no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Так, anything on Russian official TV? Let's check it out. Wait a second. There you go. It's on. It's on, folks. I'm gonna shut down my sound for a little bit. Nope, it's not on. You know what's happening there? They're showing some kind of economic program, saying everything is fine. Of course, everything is going to the plan. But there is a line at the end of the screen, TV screen, and it says that FSB is calling to stop unlawful actions. So information starts seeping under the TV screens, and this is big. It's gonna explode soon. Angel Agnes, howdy. Thank you so much for supporting IS. Friday we cover news headlines, right? Any big headlines today? Nah, not much, nothing much. I didn't really cover headlines because I figured that what I did today earlier was more important. And, sorry, I definitely keep on. Trust me, I will be coming up with more updates on Russia. John Coleman, will war be over before leaves fall from the trees? Might be over in a few days. Greetings from the west coast of Ireland. Howdy, friend. I hope I'm praying for that. Grace Philosophy, hello. Thank you so much. Quite a day. Thank you for joining us, Grace. Так. They're talking about some nuclear stability or safety, FUTF, I'm not sure. But anyway, they're not saying anything on in the news yet, but they are giving this information that FSB is saying that all Prigozhin's sayings are informational disinformation. So yesterday he was a hero of Russia, the savior of the taker of a Bakhmut, and today what? He's the enemy of Russia? That's how Russia works. That's right. George Judge, Surovikin just told Wagner to stop their convoys driving through Russia. Rostov police told people stay inside, and they're scared too. Well, I first watched Surovikin a couple minutes ago, remember? Vasiliev went right after Surovikin, 5 minutes after. Good timing of Prigozhin to start this during your stream. Skyfan. Thomas Andreas, hope you and family safe. Thank you, friend, from Lithuania. Thank you. Так, let's see first. Channel number 1. I can't believe he's not addressing the nation. That's just crazy. I mean, people are seeing things. They're seeing heavy armor moving into Moscow. And Putin is saying, everything is going according to the plan, you know? This is just... Are they for real? English breakfast, by the way, Twinings. It's good. Keeps me awake. Hang on, folks. Hang on. I'm scanning Russian. Let me see what Solovyov was saying. That'd be interesting. Number one asshole. Thank you, friends, for support. Peter Bloom, thank you so much. Rope access work. History Live, I agree. I have rush. I'm sitting here in front of the camera. I'm looking at all this news. I'm waiting for the change, you know. Thanks for translating from Russian TV. There's not much to translate. I'm looking at Telegram channels. Russian TV, everything is going according to the plan, believe it or not. There's nothing going on. Unreal. Commercials. Doc. People from Rostov province in social networks are informing that all traffic at M4 highway, this is the major highway that leads from Rostov, you know, if you look at the map from Moscow down south to Rostov into the Black Sea to Novorossiysk, it's been stopped. The military has blocked the highway. Okay. The most important buildings of Moscow are taken under increased security. Russian information agency TASS, this is official information, is informing about that. This is a coup. This is big time. All riot police is active, called up. Not federal. State police. State police is also called up. Anyway, everyone's up. Everyone's up. Everyone is on highest alert. Scott, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now, more videos with heavy armor in Moscow coming out. I wish I could show you. All over Moscow. They're moving in. They're really scared. Now, state prosecutor's office has informed of charging Prigozhin with a crime according to the Article 279 of Criminal Code of Russian Federation of creating mutiny. So it's official. The mutiny has been created. RW, you go on vacation for a couple of days and what happens? Thank you, friend. Thanks for support. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Так. Oh my gosh. You know, this is so funny. The Kremlin has just released a announcement made by Vladimir Putin. He congratulated the youth of Russia because today was the Youth Day. So said, "You're the future of Russia," and then so forth. I kid you not. Go to the Kremlin website. It's right there. Okay, all FSB, all KGB agents, officers have been called up. Alarm. Haha, so this is another news. According to BBC, FSB, with help of Sora's riot police, a branch of riot police, are making the roadblocks on M4 highway. That's where I travel from Moscow to Rostov. That's a major highway going from south to north to Moscow, and this supposedly, if you travel to Moscow, that's the best route to take. So they are setting up roadblocks, and personnel at the roadblocks, so basically Sobor, riot police, are armed, and they're given orders to fire at will in case of emergency. So all are ready. Rostov is full of heavy armor inside of the city. More reports coming out of heavy machinery, heavy armor moving into Moscow. Different reports are coming in. I'm not sure what. All right. There is a Telegram channel called. Anyway, it doesn't matter. According to the channel, some of the bloggers are spreading rumors that ЧВК Wagner combatants are moving towards the city of Novocherkassk, which is, 20 minutes north of Rostov on M4 highway. But the channel says it's unconfirmed and unchecked information. So these are just rumors. I have not seen the bloggers. Interesting. Anyone blogging right now besides me? 2 minutes to midnight from New Zealand. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. And Gary Black, what is the likelihood of that Russian troops will be called back from Ukraine? Thanks for this coverage. I think, and I'm hoping that they will be back to Russia within 2 days. Because if Prigozhing succeeds, they're going to be back. If Prigozhing fails, but he puts up a fight, they're going to be back. They're going to bring back the troops from Ukraine. And I don't think Ukrainians are not going to be sitting idling. I'm also watching Russian First Channel. They are having some kind of a travel show. No, documentary called First Woman Ahead of Christian Dior Fashion House. Well, that's a wonderful movie to show during the coup happening in Russia. Huh? What's next? Swan's Lake? Russia 24. Nothing except for, in small print, there's nothing on Первый канал, the channel 1, but on 24, Russia 24, in small print, they're giving you this line of news, how do you call it, running line. So it says that it's official news from Russian propaganda TV. FSB is continuing to execute all necessary orders in Ukraine. Okay, it's first time I hear about FSB involved. I thought it was Russian Armed Forces. All right, so same news all over again. Disinformation, backstabbing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now another news. FSB, KGB just came out with a statement addressing all the combatants of Prigozhin, ЧВК Wagner, not to follow his orders and arrest him. Well, we'll see. So on TV, it's like information is seeping through, and the Russian propaganda, what are they saying? Kevin UK, thank you so much. Thank you. Michael Schultz, this is the end of Mr. Putin. I think so too. Okay. I would like to see Solovyov live. What does he have to say? Khodorkovsky live is streaming. Alright, Solovyov live. I don't see him on YouTube. Is he on YouTube ever? Even on YouTube? Okay. He's not on YouTube, I'm sorry. He's got his own platform. DayZ. That's what his program is called. Come on, go live.
Это Горького говорили, что мы мудрые.
Nothing. Solovyov live. They're not addressing this situation. Well, what do you expect from him? Nothing. Solovyov live. More news. Wonder what folks in Tashkent are saying about this situation. Not much. By the way, I would like to give you the market updates from Mother Russia. Tomzok, howdy again, and thank you. What bothers me is Prigozhin just saying he wants to clean up military leadership. Frontline, no word to overthrow Putin. Will he not harm his master? Well, look, he's... what happens now is the genie is out of the bottle. The tornado has been formed and it's going around erratically. Anyway, we don't know what's going to happen now. Things are unfolding, and so many things depend on certain people, and nothing is predictable now. Things are unfolding. This is the coup. The game is on, and the old game is off, so to speak. The new game is on. So, this is my take. I swear Putin will ask for NATO intervention. You know what? That'd be just too funny. If Putin is removed, who will replace him? Some say it will be worse. Bruno, I think it might be worse for one simple reason. Well, I want one thing. Okay, I want Russian troops out of Ukraine. I want Ukrainians free of war. I want Ukrainians peace brought to Ukraine. This is number one. What happens after in Russia? That's Russians' business, okay? I think that the reason there is no successor, no one really knows who's going to be put in instead of Putin, if anyone, then it might lead to Russia breaking up or large groups, private armies. This is private armies time. You got to understand. They're going to be rising up now. They're watching, okay? But tomorrow, this morning, I don't know, they're going to say, okay, we're up on the stage. Perhaps if something happens, for example, Prigozhin is crushed by tomorrow morning and, they're going to stay low. But this is the precedent. And this is why I think that the major civil war might be breaking up in Russia soon. So, market report. Evening session of Moscow Stock Exchange, minus 4%. Most companies have lost 4% of the values. N Plus Group, Yandex, TCS Group, Surgutneftegaz, oil companies, fixed price, everyone's down. The markets are reacting in a very painful way because apparently, well, this is 3 a.m. in Russia now, but so it's 1 a.m. in Moscow, 3 a.m. in Tashkent, 1 a.m. in Moscow. But supposedly this has started happening a few hours before. I was preparing for my stream and I missed it. So the markets heard the messages of ЧВК Wagner getting bombed by the Ministry of Defense, allegedly, and they reacted, selling off. Everyone's selling off. The markets are dropping down, minus 4% right now, and tomorrow, God knows what's going to happen. Dale, will you be able to go back to Russia and help rebuild Russia after this? Thank you, but no thank you. I don't have no desire to go to Russia and live among people who have done what they have done, okay? Even if I'm safe to go back, thank you. Sorry to disappoint you, but no desire. I can't really look at the faces of these people who have been supporting the war for the past 17 years. First couple months, okay, you might have been misinformed. That I take it. But you know what? You have had on your shoulders and, month after month after month, no. I'm not buying it. A big alarm going on in Russia's most elite neighborhood, Rublyovka. Lots of Rosguardia, riot police, state police have been allocated there, and they're supposedly keeping the rich Russians safe. So far, it looks like they're just sitting there waiting. Now, the rumors, this is interesting. The rumors, well, the news started coming out that Prigozhin today, like I said earlier, he released a 30-minute long video where he accused of top military leadership of theft and using war in Ukraine to enrich themselves. And he said it's not about protecting Russians in Ukraine. It's not about Nazis. It's not about denazifying Ukraine. It's not about demilitarizing Ukraine. It was just about certain people wanted to, get higher ranks, military ranks, and making money. That's it. So directly accused Shoigu and his top generals in, well, I don't know what it is, treason or crimes, war crimes, crimes against humanity, okay? And now the news starting coming out from different sources that he was right, that special military operation not about protecting Russian-speaking Ukrainians, but denazification was solely to enrich themselves, and that's it. It was solely about money. Surprise, surprise, 17 months of the bloodshed, and finally, news are coming out. If Russians wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden, they're told that from TV and they're like, wow, how could that be? Oh, really? We've been lied to. I'll be so mad, All right. Wagner, as you know, that ЧВК Wagner and Prigozhin, his HQ is in St. Petersburg. He's from St. Petersburg himself. Redacted, reportedly Wagner column passed first checkpoint en route to Novocherkassk. I said that about 10 minutes ago. There are bloggers, allegedly, they are reporting that they're going to Novocherkassk. Another Wagner column left Millerova en route to Moscow. I know these places. I used to work at Millerova. I used to head a small metallurgical equipment plant there for some time. Millerova is 3.5 hour drive from Rostov, north of Rostov. That's a 3-hour drive. But the thing is, it's too far from Moscow. It's way too far. If you drive about 85 miles an hour, well, 80 miles an hour, you can make it to Moscow from Millerova in 7-8 hours. But imagine, that's if you drive a nice fast car. And if you are in a column of heavy armor, that's gonna take you more than a day. So those people in Moscow have a lots of time to prepare. I've traveled that route, 30 times, driving from Moscow to Rostov, okay? Far away. And Novocherkassk is only, 20 miles from Rostov, 30 kilometers. Novocherkassk is basically outskirts of Rostov, if you look at the map. And from Novocherkassk, the fastest I made, I had a fast Audi when I was young and reckless. I was driving 130, 140 miles an hour. I made it in a little under 10 hours, 9.5, I think. So ЧВК Wagner people, they have a very long time to go. Friends, thanks for supporting Limitko Dios. Lukashenko has allegedly fled from Minsk and plane to Moscow. Well, I'm telling you, it's serious. I believe that. I believe because he's getting done. Grace, my first C has disappeared. No. I saw that. Thank you so much. Please, don't spend any more money. I see the messages. Thank you so very much. Don't feel scared. There's not much we can do at this point. We just sit. I sit here and watch, and I'm informing you of what's happening. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. Hopefully, this is to the better. I saw it coming. Everyone who has couple, a little brain in his head, her head, saw it coming. Joe's Rames, thanks for the sponsorships. Thank you so much. Doug, I think I see that I missed quite a few super chats. Sorry if I missed messages. Sorry, I'm just paying attention to the screen. Reports that Russia First Channel news broadcast shortly. Thank you. I will look. News. Yeah, that interesting. No, the embassy of Russia in the USA. They're talking about the relationship between Russia and the USA. Nothing. There's still a documentary on Russia 24 about this Christian Dior. Crazy. So. Aha, there are news. There are news right now, but there's nothing. They're showing wonderful victorious Russian army, Russian planes. Nothing about the mutiny. Nothing. Nothing against the mutiny. RW, thank you so much. Be calm. Higher power at work. Angels with sharp swords are busy. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We pray for them every day. And God hears. I believe that. I believe that very much. With all my heart. Led by Saint Michael in the shiny armor. Okay, the news does not show anything on the subject. It shows Russian planes, instability, that the madness of Washington. These people are crazy. They're just saying that Washington is threatening Russia with nuclear strike. All right, so you bloodthirsty Americans. Claudia Terms, thank you so much. Так. Stay tuned. Russia Channel 1 announced a special newscast in a few minutes. Okay. I am staying tuned while there's the news. Yeah. Right now. Here you go. Breaking news. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. I am staying tuned.
И 36 Постпред России при организации Василий Небензя на заседании Совета Безопасности.
Благодарю представителя
Лика сегодня пытаются не вспоминать.
По его словам, руководство ООН не рассматривает никакие варианты доставки помощи ДНР, ЛНР в Запорожскую и Херсонскую области, кроме как из Киева. И делает это из сугубо политических соображений. Показать, что Зеленский якобы сохраняет контроль над этими территориями. Но Москва не приемлет двойные стандарты Запада. Это касается и зерновой сделки.
Во всяком случае, мы готовы и дальше помогать нуждающимся.
No, they're saying about the the grain deal, the food deal, nothing on the mutiny. All right, let's get back to the real news. Not channel number 1. Oh wait, that's Russia 24. This documentary is gonna end in about 3 minutes. And that, let me hang on. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry, too much tea. You know, this is third pot I'm having. You're not gonna believe it, okay? You're not gonna believe it. Putin is addressing Russians due to the Youth Day.
Теорию развития аутоиммунных заболеваний. Об этом на встрече с Владимиром Путиным рассказал директор эндокринологического научного центра
Doctor met
Минздрава.
Putin earlier
Иван
today.
Денев доложил президенту о работе центра.
The doctor declared that the Russian doctors made a breakthrough autoimmune diseases fighting them, and it's crazy. It's usual propaganda. All right, looks like this documentary has ended and might be some kind of important news right now on channel number 1. New sponsor, Robert Hill. Thank you so much. Welcome to Deep Inside Russia. Thank you. It's a high tier. Appreciate you. Thank you. Becoming a higher tier sponsor. Thank you. Так. Long stream today. We'll see.
Это понятно. Перед
Alright, nothing. Popcorn is sold out in Ukraine. Well, I have a big bowl of popcorn as well. Crude name. Так, Strange Days, always good to see you on. Thank you so much, Chris K. Alright, so looks like we have a news. Podcast Lab.
Привет, это Татьяна Геворкян и подкаст «Не лыком шиты». И сегодня у нас особенный гость. Дизайнер, который очень редко дает интервью. А еще она
my
настоящий
friends.
визионер.
No, that's a regular program. It's called some kind of two designer, the reporter and designer, an interview. So we're out of luck. Putin. If I was him, I'd be like jumping onto the screen right now. He's a very strange guy, or perhaps he's no more. You know, all we see is Peskov. Every time is Peskov. You know, it's his opinion. Oh, Putin says that, and Putin says this. Why doesn't Putin tell us that himself? Oh no. Swan Lake playing on TV? No, not yet. Hawk? Yeah. I have pretty strong bladder. Putin must be live on TV now? Not here. Where would he be live? Two premier channels, Россия 24 and Первый канал, they aren't broadcasting anything. Россия 24, this is a regular news update. They're just giving propaganda, feeding people propaganda BS. And on channel 1, there's no news whatsoever. Micah Schultz, thank you for sponsoring 5 people. Thank you. Courtesy to you. They will be able to join tomorrow. And for the next month. Now there's a news comes out that the armed forces of Ukraine are using this situation with Prigozhing in Russia to their own advantage and starting staging offensive. Well,
fucking shit geniuses, you know. You think that Ukrainians are gonna sit and wait? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Squad, this is exactly what is happening right now. I hope they have enough sense to actually withdraw troops to Russia. But we'll see soon. Так, so what do we know to this hour? The situation is real. The mutiny is on. 2 Russia prime top generals came out and they recorded videos about 2 minutes each. They addressed the competence of ЧВК Wagner. Both videos and both speeches are very, very weak. Those guys do not act as war generals, okay? They act as, I don't know, babysitters of the kids, okay? They do not say anything, but they beg. It's a shame, and it just proves the point that this is serious. They both address the competence, saying, please stop moving the columns. Stop moving the columns. It means one thing. The columns of ЧВК Wagner are on the move, okay? There are reports coming. They are not confirmed, but they come in that the columns are in Rostov province, moving towards Moscow, moving north, okay? They have a long way to go. Usually takes at least 10, 11 hours by car. If you travel fast, do not stop. I take it if you have armor, if you have heavy vehicles, that's going to take you at least, I don't know, 24, 30 hours or so. So this is where we're standing right now. FSB is on alert. Okay, there is a running line on TV, on Russia 24, and constantly Prigozhing is wanted. Prigozhing is making illegal statements, do not trust Prigozhing and so forth. They are afraid. They are trying to squeeze this information, and it means that it is real. I wonder what Margarita Simonyan is saying. She is the head of Russia Today. Let's check it out. Okay, so there was an announcement on the website of the first channel of the special breaking news, the news program, and it's gone now. This is so Russian. This is exactly what they did with mobilization. They announced that would be Putin's speech today, for something, and then everyone was waiting until the late evening, and then they said, okay, go to sleep because Putin's not going to speak. And everything disappeared from the site. They're doing the same thing again. It means they are in panic, my friends. I don't have any other explanation for that. If they keep on changing agenda, they keep on changing announcements like that, that's just one thing. They don't know what to do. If they did, they definitely would have, spoken to the people already. Okay, there are news coming from certain Telegram channels that all agencies, government agencies, are in fear and растерянность. What's this? Hang on one second. I forgot this English word. Confusion. There you go. I'm sorry. Too much going on here. Confusion, of course. So they are in fear and in confusion. And basically, FSB, KGB is running the country right now, which I believe. Another news. Whoa. Folks, are you ready? This is serious stuff. Unconfirmed rumors, but there is never smoke without fire. There is information that a few battalions of Russian armed forces, including the Brigade 45, have refused to come out and fight Wagner. This is important. Well, everything is important today, but this is crucial. Moscow region internet has been slowed down by 25%. I think internet is on the verge of being shut down. I'm not in Moscow. I'm in Rostov, and I'm in Tashkent. So internet's going to be fine here. Ooh, my friends, another news coming out, and this is serious too. Again, these are rumors, not confirmed. There are different sources, and I can't prove the truth of this information. No one can prove, but they are saying, the sources are saying that the Kremlin is in panic and no one can get in touch with Vladimir Putin. It means one thing. They made an announcement that there will be a special emergency news program on the first channel, and then it's gone. It means not only they're in a panic, they just can't locate Putin. He's not on. If it's going like this, by tomorrow morning, we're going to see major changes. All right. Right now, the Kremlin is negotiating with, somehow they're saying general governor, but he's not general governor. He's the governor. One of the former Putin's security guards, an officer. Putin made him a governor of one of the provinces back in 2017, and now Kremlin is negotiating with him. It could mean that this guy could have turned away from the Kremlin. We don't know. So the fact that the Kremlin is negotiating with one of the governors is very strange. Whoa. This is good stuff for friends. Oh. There are sources. Again, please take it with a grain of salt because it's unconfirmed. It's just rumors. But there's never smoke without fire. There are some people in the Kremlin. The Kremlin is the president, his deputies, the decision makers, and then there's below them there's a bunch of people, the staff, okay, and staff, Kremlin staff, they have been incredibly important. They had lots of influence over Russian regions, over Russian politicians. They basically appointed Russian politicians, okay. They've been a part of Russian political process. They've been the head of the top of Russian political process. They found people and suggested to Putin to appoint and things like that. So there are right now some people in the Kremlin from the chief of staff of the president are very interested in very urgent relocation. They don't have many locations, but one of them is Uruguay. Ladies and gentlemen, the shit has officially hit the fan. There's another source saying the elites of St. Petersburg are choosing between Putin and Prigozhin right now. Well, we don't know who they're going to choose, but Putin is in trouble. Let me tell you, rope access work. The Air Force can attack the Wagner column. They can, but look, there are rumors that some armed forces brigades have refused to move against Wagner. Where is the guarantee that Air Force will attack and will not refuse? So we don't know. We're sitting and waiting and trying to figure out what happens next. Ado, best channel to spend this historic hours on. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and words are priceless. Vicky McCollum, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you. Micah, heard theory months ago Putin may have secretly made a deal with Prigozhin when he called Wagner to Ukraine to create situation, so all blame for failed invasion is on Russian military leadership. Prigozhin is now calling Putin a victim of them. Well, if you heard that theory, you might have heard it from me because I've said it many times quite some time ago. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the statement. Interesting, not news to me. Andrei Mogason, thank you so much, from Romania. No, tell me 1989 is not happening for real. My friend, at this point it's hard to tell, but it might be happening. 1991 in Russia. I did not witness what happened in Romania, but trust me, 1991 August, late August was powerful. I still remember it, so we'll see. What else is happening? What is important right now? Look, let's forget about all this rumors, Wagner is moving somewhere and so forth. The key points: 2 3-star generals, the deputies of the head of chief of staff, came out publicly, made videos, someone filmed them on the cell phone, meaning they're not in panic, but they're not prepared, okay? They're sitting there, they don't know how to handle themselves in front of a camera. Very unprofessional. There's no operator in front of them to tell how to act, how to speak. So they're sitting there and they're begging combatants of Prigozhin to, come to senses, to stop moving their column. It means one thing. These 2 3-star generals, they admitted, okay, that the columns are moving, all right? Then the next important thing, Vladimir Putin is nowhere to be found. There was an announcement on the first channel that there would be an emergency news update, and it disappeared. There's no emergency news update, and Vladimir Putin is nowhere to be found. This is crucial. It means that Russia has lost leadership. He has lost control, and come on, what kind of president is he? Marv, thank you so much. My neighbors in the USA who escaped from Russia have their sons visiting their grandparents right now in Russia. I told my dad to tell them to contact you about the Breakfast Club to see if they can get to Uzbekistan. Hope that's okay. Look, everyone's welcome. Michael Yukon, as soon as I'm done, tomorrow we're going to get in touch. He's coming here. If anyone needs a refuge, folks, if anyone can make it to Uzbekistan, please do let me know. I'll pick them up, at the airport. I have a large apartment. There are hotels here. We can work things out. Just get out of Russia right now. This is my suggestion.
Breakfast Club is open. Email me, please. I don't know. If I'm busy, could you please write Lorna, mommy? Anyway, go to the best way would be, either drop me a line, email, okay, or go and sign up for my Patreon account. And, it's like $3, like later if it's like a emergency contact method, let me know. I can refund the money afterwards. But go on to Patreon because it's easier for me to read on Patreon, and send me a message on Patreon, okay? So, but yeah, please, definitely. If they can get to Uzbekistan, they're going to be all set. No worries. The Elmar 53, thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. John Clark, I'm ready. I'm really glad you are not in Russia right now, and I hope your family is safe. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you. All right, so... Whew. Twinings English breakfast keeps me going. It's good tea. Brewed to perfection by me. I know how to brew it. Do you think this day will stay in history? Thomas, yes, it will. Definitely. It is history in the making right now. Garfield, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, let's turn again to channel number 1. No Putin. This is a joke. This is countries on the verge of changing, and Putin is nowhere to be found. It's crazy. GQ, thank you so much. Thank you from England or the UK. Wayne, great to see you. I hope you are enjoying the Starbucks Moscow. It's a rare, whatchamacallit, they don't make that anymore. Starbucks is out of Moscow. Great to see you, my friend. She, thank you so much for your support. How can we help people get out? At this point, I don't know. We'll post tomorrow. My best bet would be to run to the airport right now and try to book a flight out of Russia. There's still planes are flying. As far as I know, let me double check the Sheremetyevo, Domodedovo. Hang on, folks. I will see if Moscow airports are working according to... They're working normally. Nope. Так, вылетел. All normal right now. All normal. You definitely can still get out of Moscow. Can get out of what? Moscow's airports are open. They would be the first ones to be shut down. So if you can catch a flight out of Moscow, you can catch a flight out of anywhere in Russia. Raichi Tutu, just wanted to chip in, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bev, TV Rain, love YouTube channel is live on Russian streets, spoken all in Russian. I'm pretty sure they're live all the time. You know, they're big channel. Mr. Wastelander, struggling whether that's good news or not. Me too. It's most likely good news for Ukraine. For Russia, it could be beginning of something bad. Go back and watch my stream a couple weeks ago, I think 14 days ago, where I said there are 7 reasons why civil war is coming to Russia. Hey, I turned out to be right. So I'm scared, but I mean, I'm just watching and trying to give you the best news, the best coverage I can get. Prigozhing is a war criminal and maniac, and he's a convicted felon. I certainly don't want that. No. Jimmy, thank you so much. It is getting heated. The Latios, I was living in Rostov with my wife up until 6 months ago. Thank God we left. What a shit show. Thank you so much, my friend. Redacted. It's not much, but at least a little, those who help. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thread, and welcome to Inside Russia. Так, GQ, thank you. All right. Well, Ukraine starts attacking Bakhmut. I think it's gonna start a massive offensive right now, counteroffensive, because this is the moment, obviously, and Russian troops don't know what to do because there's no leadership. The commander-in-chief is nowhere to be found. Who orders they following? I would be asking this question right now if I was the front line. Wait a second. Where's Putin? Where's the guy who started this all? Whose orders are we following? Surovikin? Shoigu? Who are those guys? YouTube is recommending me History Buff, The Death of Stalin. Who was... Doc, thanks for supporting. Loki-san. Essie, do you think it takes possibility that this is... No, it's not a psyop. No. It could have been until a certain... You see, it could have been a game, a political game, like a chess game, until a certain point. But that point of no return is past. Now the situation is completely... It is played by completely different rules, okay? There are armed people... Lots of them, 25,000. They move into Moscow. There are armed vehicles, heavy armor in Moscow, in Rostov, in Krasnodar, most likely, So this is not a psyop. Nothing on 24, Russia 24, nothing on... I doubt we will see anything soon. There's a news from Moscow. Right now, they are deciding... They're deciding whether to block off entrances to Moscow with huge trucks or not. Interesting enough that the trucks were brought to Moscow yesterday. That raises a few questions. Interesting. M. Adams, thank you so much for your support. No message, but message is strong enough. I appreciate it. Thank you. Matthias, St. Petersburg elites, Prigozhin is preferred choice. We don't know that. That's rumor, okay? Treat it with a grain of salt. What we know for sure, first of all, the 2 3-star generals came out and clearly stated, they addressed the combatants. It means there are combatants. And they said, please stop moving. Let's make peaceful talk. It means that they are afraid. They are unprepared. They did not expect what is happening right now. And they don't know what to do. They're begging these people. Number 2, Putin is nowhere to be found. Okay? they're saying there was a special program on first channel. No Putin. There was just an anchor, and she read the press release of FSB and also said that Putin has been informed of all actions of Prigozhin, and all measures are being, everything is being taken care of. This is it. We are watching as things are unfolding. And I am watching, and you are watching. We're also watching. And where is Putin? Okay. So, Russian President Chief of Staff office has been blocked by heavy armor, but not heavy armor, but trucks. And police has been blocked has blocked all the roads. My question is, are they blocking others from getting inside the building of Chief of Staff, or are they blocking Chief of Staff building for people to get outside so no one can get outside? Are they blocking people in, or are they keeping people out? This is the question I want to know. Andrew Marshall, thank you and welcome to Inside Russia. Ariane van der Hulst, what is your take on how to resolve the war in Ukraine? I think replacing Putin is just more of the same. Everything will be better for Ukraine than Putin, because Putin made this decision, and whoever comes next, like after Putin, will be making deals. They all want to be included in the West. I think the number one will be blaming Putin for everything that's been done. Number two will be making deals with the West so to be accepted back. So this is, I think, what's going to happen. Rocket Ronnie, big news, not on Russian TV though. Apparently the march of Wagner is a fake. That means it's true. Prigozhin is low level, so unless it's a revolution, he's a dead man walking. Sending you blessings. Thank you so much for the blessings. Apparently the march of Wagner is a fake. Well, what is not the fake is the 2 3-star generals coming out publicly. They're humiliated. They're begging them, Wagner people to stop. So that's not fake. I see it with my own eyes. It means that this Wagner people are somehow, somewhere marching. The question is how and where. Is this the end of Wagner or the end of Putin? We don't know that. Right now, there's a balance, okay, and the scale can tip to either left or right. This is up in the air, because if someone joins Wagner, some prominent figure, then Wagner would all of a sudden get much bigger, okay? For example, if it's true that some of the armed forces did not go out to fight Wagner, that is huge. If no one supports Wagner, then Prigozhin is the dead man walking and Wagner is done, okay? We're just watching how this is going to unfold. Juko, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Marv, I passed along your info. Thank you so much for the help. Okay. John Wakamatsu. I bet everything is quiet in Los Angeles. Mutiny against Putin. Buy something to drink. I'll buy more English breakfast. Tea, how about that? Okay. News coming out of Krasnodar. Remember I told you there's province of Krasnodar next to Rostov All right. So the officials of Krasnodar are saying that there haven't been any additional measures of heightened security enacted, and said that whoever says otherwise is spreading fakes of special services of Ukraine. So everything is normal in Krasnodar. First channel had, like I said, had a special program, very short one, and they said that strange, but it's on right now. Hang on.
Не выполнять преступные предательские приказы Пригожина, принять меры к его задержанию. Подробнее о возбужденном уголовном деле в отношении главы ЧВК «Вагнер» сообщили в Генеральной прокуратуре. Вот заявление, размещенное на официальном сайте ведомства.
Следственным управлением ФСБ России 23 июня 2023 года законно и обоснованно возбуждено уголовное дело в отношении Евгения Викторовича.
FSB has pressed the charges.
Кодекса Российской Федерации
Mutiny
по факту
against
организации
Prigozhin.
вооруженного мятежа. Его действиям будет дана надлежащая правовая оценка. За это преступление
Well, that's
предусмотрено наказание
definitely not fake.
свободы на срок от 12 до 20 лет.
Владимир Путин проинформирован обо всех событиях вокруг Евгения Пригожина.
Vladimir Putin's been informed.
Секретарь российского лидера Дмитрий Песков.
Look at this, folks. He's not even live. He's just a picture of him. Where are these people? Where are these people?
Была распространена информация о том, что вооруженные силы России якобы нанесли удар по тыловым лагерям ЧВК «Вагнер».
Okay, they're saying that the missile strike on Wagner is a fake.
Федеральная служба безопасности возбудила уголовное дело по факту призыва к вооруженному мятежу со стороны Евгения Пригожина. В ФСБ призвали бойцов ЧВК не совершать непоправимых ошибок, не выполнять предательские приказы Пригожина и принять меры к его задержанию. Обо всем случившемся проинформирован Владимир Путин.
Vladimir Putin is informed of everything.
В следующих выпусках новостей на Первом канале
Tiny program. This program leaves more questions than answers.
И наши дизайнеры это платье вмонтировали.
All right, so I see. What they did was they interrupted the broadcast of their program, an interview of a designer, and they inserted this news program. All right, let's get out of here. What do we have online at the Russian news agencies? Okay, so now all Russian news are saying the special program, special news, breaking news. Was it real? The leadership of Crimea has called the locals to trust only official data. Yeah, that comes from Russian officials. Those guys are jokers, let me tell you. To trust their official data. Yeah. Okay. So what does CNN say about this whole thing? Russia accuses Wagner chief of calling for armed rebellion. Well, that's true. Evgeny Prigozhin has vowed retaliation after accusing Russian military leadership of bombing his forces. Spot on. All right, I get the idea. Let's get... So, at this point, and this is 1:58 a.m. in Moscow. This is what we have. First of all, lots of threats from Prigozhin. So far, lots and lots of threats. So far, 2 3-star generals released videos where they beg combatants of ЧВК Wagner to stop moving their columns. To me, it means that it proves that there is movement, there are columns, there are fighters, and most likely they're very armed, and there are actions being taken. Rostov-on-Don is full of military equipment, police, riot police, and there are some military service people. Heavy armor inside the city center. Moscow is full of heavy armor carriers, no tanks, but the troop carriers everywhere, and lots of police. Everyone's been called up on highest alert. FSB allegedly is on highest alert. And so far, there's not much known about Wagner movements. Some people say that he's around Novocherkassk, and some people say he's around Millerovo. Novocherkassk and Millerovo are very far away from each other. It's like 3-hour drive. So another very important piece of information is that Peskov and Putin are nowhere to be found. Shoigu, that's another oddity. Shoigu is nowhere to be found. Okay, his generals, deputies, Surovikin and Alexeyev, spoke publicly and just in a very weird way. They did not make an official statement through Ministry of Defense. They simply, someone filmed them on camera on the cell phone, and that's it, which is odd, very, very odd. Michael Yukon, I don't believe Wagner has done anything without prior arrangement. Have you seen it? Have to see if he has backing or it's 100% wrong, but there's a smoke. Michael, I agree with you. There's certainly smoke. I also thought, and I spoken to in previous stream earlier, a couple hours earlier today, that I thought that Wagner, Prigozhin, coordinates every move with Vladimir Putin. But at this point, it does not look like it is the case. Okay. John Gonzalez, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Every dollar counts these days. TikTok. Miss Wendy. Yes, TikTok. It's not TikTok. It's boom, boom, boom. You know, very, very loud. It's beyond TikTok phase. Julie W., thank you so much. Prigozhin could be worse than Putin. That is possible. Ruby. The thing is, there are too many ifs at this point. If Prigozhin succeeds Putin, if he doesn't make a deal with the West, if he, there's so many questions right now. Let's see what is happening. Can't hear you speaking. Explosions in Kursk. Let me check it out. News coming from Rostov-on-Don. The military has moved into Rostov and they have started blocking off exits and entrances to Rostov. Roadblocks. This is big. This is big.
Okay. Now, let's move to... let's check out the Prigozhin's Telegram channel. What does he have to say? Interesting. He just... hang on. He just released address.
Текущая ситуация. Сегодня по нам был нанесен ракетный удар. После этого отработали вертолеты. После этого артиллерия. Команды исходили от начальника генерального штаба об уничтожении ЧВК «Вагнер». После совещания с министром обороны Шойгу, на котором они приняли это решение, уничтожить непокорные подразделения, которые родину готовы защищать, а их жопы нет. В настоящий момент мы пересекли во всех местах государственные границы. Пограничники выходили навстречу и обнимались с нашими бойцами. Сейчас мы входим в Ростов. Подразделения Министерства обороны, вернее срочники, которых кинули перекрывать нам дорогу, отошли в стороны. Мы не воюем с детьми, мы не убиваем детей. Детей убивает Шойгу, закидывая необученных солдат, в том числе срочников, на войну. Он поставил против нас пацанов 18-летних. Они нам в дети всем и внуки годятся. Поэтому эти парни будут жить и вернуться к своим матерям. Мы воюем только с профессионалами.
All right, folks, this is what he said. Basically, he said that he's clearly very upset. He released a statement 2 minutes ago. He said that they are now entering Rostov-on-Don, and the Ministry of Defense, Shoigu and Gerasimov have thrown the draft young guys, 19 and 18-year-olds, to oppose Prigozhin and Rostov, to block off Rostov, and he says that they're entering Rostov right now. And basically all the troops of Russian armed forces, they stepped aside, and Wagner is not fighting them. And he said, we do not fight children. And they're passing through Rostov, or they have intention to pass through Rostov. And then he's screaming at Shoigu and so forth, you know, as he always does. So this is the latest from Prigozhin himself. He says that they're entering Rostov right now. Miriam Ward, thanks for the support from New Zealand. Moises Hernandez, thank you so much. These are dark times, let me tell you. Thank you, appreciate it. Welcome to Deep Inside Russia, Just Facts, please, thank you. This is what I'm trying to give, just facts, you know. Well, some my explanation, but facts first. Thank you so much. Ikiru Nakamoto, thank you so much. Hope you can go home in near future. Oi, my friend, hope to go home. Crusader Damien, one thing for sure, whoever comes out on top will need the West's blessing, or they won't survive what's yet to come. Spot on, you're spot on. They're gonna be making deals. The blame game is probably already on, and perhaps they're making deals with the West right now. Perhaps they're already speaking with America. Well, the West is the Americans, you know. Be speaking with the Americans, making deals. That wouldn't surprise me. Thank you so much, Mark, incompetent drone operator. Thank you, friend, for your huge support. For weeks, Prigozhin has been in the front, dressed in combat, talking as a soldier, ranting about Wagner, but also waste of Russian lives. Do you think this will cause Russian defense units to defect? There are rumors that some are defecting or have defected. I don't know. That I cannot answer. Let's just wait and see what happens. We will have lots of answers in 24 hours by tomorrow evening in Russia. I think everything's going to be done by tomorrow afternoon. As soon as the scale will tip, you know, one way or another,
that's gonna be it. Okay, if it tips one, then everyone watching and will join that side. If it tips another way, everyone will join that side. Rope access work. It's hard to disagree with you. Thank you for the support again, but you're right. Prigozhin is pretty much like that. Valerie, Rogers, so many different accounts. What's really happening? Which different accounts? Valerie. Well, Russia is changing. That's is what's happening. Or at least there's an attempt at a change. Так. Everyone is citing Prigozhin now, like 4 minutes after his message. Oh, we're entering Rostov. All news channel, Telegram news channels, like Prigozhin entering Rostov. It's interesting to see, you know. Dr. Strangelove, just now in the area of the settlement of the Cossack camps, the first clash occurred between the advanced group of... where did you get this information from, Dr. Strangelove? Please let me know. In the area of the settlement of the Cossack camps, where is that? The first clash occurred between the advanced group of the Wagner and moving and the Russian Guards units. If they start fighting, that's... wow. That's quite something. It could be the end of Wagner. Could be the end of Putin. How are you feeling emotionally right now? I'm shaking. Shaken, not stirred. I am fired up. I don't know, 4 in the morning. Putin, I need a ride, not ammunition. Thank you, PC, for your support. Now, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, also Evgeny Prigozhin has just announced a couple minutes ago that if anyone is standing in our way, we will destroy everyone. We are going until the end. All in. There is... hang on. There's a paddy wagon right next to Lubyanka, the HQ of FSB. It means that they might be expecting protesters coming into the Lubyanka Square, but we'll see about them. Is this really Prigozhin versus Putin? Look, I'm not deep inside Russian politics among the presidential chief of staff and their games. I don't know. I only know what I am seeing in the news, okay? Just like anybody else. I tried to put pieces of the puzzle together and, you know, I'm informing you what's happening. I don't know whether it's Putin versus Prigozhin or somebody else, you know, or puppet master pulling the strings, you know. I just don't know. By the way, thanks for the likes. 5,300 likes. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. Thanks for your support. David Kellard, thank you very much. Thank you. hearing that Wagner has made an offer to the National Guard. You know what? If you share that you heard something about Wagner, about the situation, please cite the source right there, because it's really hard to navigate. Where did you hear it from? What is Belarus saying? Nothing. I think the best way for Lukashenko is to run right now. Run like hell. It's just, there's no place to run. Let's see what's happening. Well, what's definitely is not fake is that all traffic in and out of Rostov-on-Don has been blocked off, roadblocks. There are witnesses of that. All right, so there's a source saying that a couple hours ago, own security of ЧВК Wagner made calls to the former combatants. They were basically told that the ЧВК Wagner needs their help more than ever right now. Look, it doesn't seem like what's happening is a fake, okay, and this is a stage. It seems like it's real. At least I think it's real. Russian ruble is crushing. Well, surprise, surprise, right? A few Russian banks has set the exchange rate more than 90 rubles per dollar. That is important. The markets are crashing. I've been telling you about the tsunami, right? The official exchange rate today is 84 rubles per dollar and $90 tomorrow. So 7, 8, 9%. So far, ruble lost 10% just in a few hours. And tomorrow, mark my words, tomorrow ruble is going to landslide. We're gonna see triple digits. Mark my words on that. Так. Psycho Dead, thank you so much. I'm your number one fan. Karen Larman, this is to aid people looking for a safe haven in Tashkent during these difficult times. Your friend and fellow Maina from Kennebank. Karen, thank you so much. Everyone, if you know anyone who needs help getting out of Russia, please let them know that they can find help here in Tashkent.
I will try to help as much as I can. We have tons of Russians who are ready to help. There's plenty of, food, room, board, everything, Tom Monk, thank you so much. Just to help to stay awake. Thank you so much. I'm start feeling it. Because it's 4:19 a.m. here. Crusader Damien, nothing is happening anywhere. Source, Steven Seagal floating about Red Square is asking for sandwiches. Nothing is happening anywhere. Well, I beg to disagree with you a little bit. Something is happening. Stefan Tsvetansky, hope Ukraine and Russia get freedom in the coming hours. There's a possibility. Stefan, there's a possibility. To get freedom is one thing. To use it wisely is another thing. And the history of Russia shows that we got freedom in 91. We didn't use it wisely. Still here with you, my friend Galaxy Rider. Thank you so much. Thank you, 13-month sponsor. You can almost hear Tchaikovsky playing. Thank you. You know what? If YouTube is going to strike me right away, but if it didn't, I would have played you the music. Crusader Damien, I was just kidding. Carthago is on. I'm sorry, I'm being a little, I can't say slow, I'm being fast, but I can't get humor right now. I'm sorry, Crusader Damien. Thank you. Karen from Maine, thank you so much. Special love and prayers for protection of my babies in Rostov. Thank you so much. Remember, real people are being affected. Thank you so much, Karen. Tomorrow I will get an update on that. Robert Floyd, why do you think Putin hasn't shown himself on TV yet? It is possible he's already deposed. My biggest question is why? Well, no, not why. My biggest, one of my biggest pieces of puzzle is that he hasn't shown himself. It speaks volumes, okay? I don't know why, because he's scared, because he's run away, he's been deposed. Who knows, The fact that he hasn't been around, he hasn't shown himself, it just speaks volumes. And Dmitry Peskov as well, Dave Ingram, where are those Kadyrovets in all of this? Why, probably staying home. Any chance they will be used against Wagner? No chance. No. Usually the ones who speak the most do the least. Dave Ingram, again, thank you so much. It's Crusader Damien, is Putin still alive? I don't know. I haven't seen the Putin. I haven't seen him. Так, interesting. There's a news just came out about 3 minutes ago that Russian Attorney General Igor Krasnov reported to Vladimir Putin of charging Prigozhing with mutiny. That's the press secretary of Vladimir Putin, Dmitry Peskov, just announced. So one guy informed Putin, and then another guy told us that the Putin's been informed without showing his face. None of three people showed their faces, Nice. Alex, thank you so much for joining Inside Russia. Thank you. Ciclid, Russia needs a Thomas Jefferson about now. Agreed. Constance Campbell, how's good for Russian people? The Wagner guy doesn't seem like a good thing to anybody. I'm confused. Praying for Russian people. Look, Constance, I don't think he will stay.
what's good is the change. What's good is, to me, number one is that the war in Ukraine will stop. The bloodshed, I pray for that every single day. What's going to follow and what's going to happen in Russia to Russians, that's Russians between Russians, you know. I don't think that Wagner and Prigozhin are very good. They're criminals. Okay, they've been recruited in the prisons. They're murderers, child molesters, rapists, thieves. I mean, how can they be good for Russia? Prigozhin is a thief himself. He served 10 years in prison. At first, he was given probation, 2-year probation, and then he immediately got caught stealing or robbing people or something like that. And he got armed robbery or something. And he got 12 years in prison. He served 10. So he's not going to be good for Russia and not for Russian people. Amir, hey, buddy. Just to say, you deserve a Pulitzer Award for your reporting analysis. Thank you so much. I think you're a little overstating, but thank you. It's very heartwarming. There you go. Prayers for good outcome. Thank you so much, Prince. Так, any news? Same thing keeps on repeating on all, like everywhere, on all channels. Whew. Let me tell you what's happening. So far, what we know is there's been an attempt to mutiny. FSB confirmed it. FSB opened a criminal investigation, charged Prigozhin with a crime, Article 279 of Russian Criminal Code. So that's number one. Prigozhin's been speaking out very harshly, making statements, calling all Russians to rise up and join his crusade to Moscow. That's number two. There's been lots of military servicemen, police, army, FSB on high alert in every major, in Moscow, in Rostov. There are heavy machinery, there are armor, okay, there's tons of military personnel all over. We know that. We have 2 3-star generals coming out and begging. They didn't look like 3-star generals. It's disgusting. They were begging ЧВК Wagner combatants to stop moving in columns. So it means that there is movement. Columns are coming. And Vladimir Putin is nowhere to be found. In this hugely important time, he either hiding or he's not well or he's not alive. No one knows. He's just nowhere to be found. This is what we know so far. 4 a.m. in Russia, 4:30. Barbula, this is madness. Echoes of the Kronstadt rebellion. I hear Prigozhin is marching towards Rostov. He has just entered Rostov. According to him, about 25 minutes ago, he said that he was let in by the Russian boys who had been drafted and serving according to Russian law. Sean, howdy. This is your... this is what you do after a short vacation. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you for 18 coffees as well. By the way, if you want to buy me a coffee, you can do so. I don't mind. Just in case, I like coffee too.
And Sean, thank you so much for such a generous, generous support. Rafi Daum, Shalom. I appreciate you sharing what's happening in Russia, but we need to stay patient for every update. Love from Tel Aviv. You're a true patriot. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. TY Cow. For some reason, no TV news networks in the US are covering this yet. Thanks so much for keeping us updated. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Luke King, long time no see. Thank you so much for your generous support. RW, again, thank you. Listening to you with one ear and Ivan and Dennis with the other is making me dizzy. Never thought I would have a front seat for this. Well, thank you so much, friend. You know what I think about this whole thing, Crusader Damien, Constantine, we're all living history together right now, and this is kind of a changes the trajectory of civilization. God bless you for helping us through this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a part of Russia, inside Russia. Crusader Damien, you come up with greatest statements, wise statements, and best questions. Dr. Risen, Prigozhing is a pragmatist. He may try to bargain peace for amnesty. Rat escaping sinking oligarchy. Well, according to what I heard today, according to his voice, he's very upset. He's in an emotional state of great upset, and we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be crucial. Mandy, thank you so much. Thank you for the prayers. Peaceful outcome for all sides. Me too. Bernard, Hosmoto, thank you so much, Bernard. Oh, keeping us updated. Thank you. Doing my best. Thank you so much. Florin Lazar, howdy. Sit still seems to me like a suicide move from Prigozhin, so it's hard to believe the real reason is mutiny. That can be crushed relatively easy, especially now when Wagner forces were depleted in Bakhmut. Florin, you tell me, who's gonna crush Wagner right now? They're marching, okay? Who's gonna crush them? They can use artillery, but they need to bring artillery. The only way they can use the planes, but it's a big question. There are rumors already that some parts of some regiments of Russian troops refused to move against Wagner. So a suicide move, it's all or nothing type of thing, Beyond the binary, thank you so much. God bless you from Maryland, USA. I greatly hope this will result in positive changes for Russian Ukrainian people. Thank you, friend. Keep up your wonderful coverage. Liked and subbed. Thank you. There are 6,500 likes. That's a lot. I appreciate it, friends. Luke, thank you for your help. Thank you for staying up from Chicago. Thank you so much. Sean Talbot, welcome to Deep Inside Russia. It's a higher tier. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Okay. See if there are any news. This official message from TASS, Russian information agency. Security measures have been heightened in Moscow. Well, this is definitely not fake. $97. Holy moly. Raiffeisen. I told you 10 minutes ago that tomorrow we're going to see triple digits. Russian ruble is falling down. Well, guess what? 97.55.
So they just downgraded. Well, they lowered the exchange rate. They lowered the ruble. Definitely triple digits tomorrow. Russian economy is in PK. Going down big time. There's a possibility that tomorrow someone's going to be, in front of a camera in a news report and saying, and now, my friends, I'm going to tell you the truth about what has been happening in the last 17 months. Russian economy is being destroyed. We killed so many Ukrainians for nothing. That there's no Nazis, and this is the truth. And all Russians will be like, what? We've been lied to, and it's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. Okay. All right. So news coming up. Ministry of Defense, FSB, KGB, police, and state police constantly reporting Putin of measures and receiving Putin's orders, which I have very hard time believing, by the way. All right, so there's another source in the power block says that the authors of Russian large Telegram channels, the owners of Russian Telegram channels are being contacted by KGB, FSB, and they are being warned not to communicate with Yevgeny Prigozhin. And anyway, Sean Tabet, again, thank you. Ingrammed 2, thank you so much. Every dollar counts. Ricardo Jorge, where's Putin now? It's a good question. I'd love to know myself. Fred on 79, has Prigo challenged Putin? Yes, he has, calling out lies to Putin about reasons for invasion. This morning, 24 hours ago, he did. Putin not going public, is this giving Putin plausible deniability? What's plausible deniability? It's been a long day for me. I'm sorry, my head doesn't function that well anymore. Правдоподобное отрицание. Plausible deniability. I don't know. Lord Beerus, if the leader of Wagner survives this, I can see Navalny Prigozhin as presidential win. I hope not, because Navalny, yes, that'd be okay with me. Prigozhin, oh my gosh, this guy's, at his order, a person was tied up to a chair and his head was smashed by a sledgehammer. And it was recorded on video, and the video started circulating on the internet. I mean, that guy is an animal. Peter Clark, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you so much. Так. Oh, that's another news. Good. Governor of Sevastopol. Sevastopol is part of Crimea at the very south, where Russian fleet has been based for 100 years.
Anyway, he is reacted to the situation. So he's also watching. Just like us. He says, any conflict is bad. And a conflict of this level, that's really bad, you know. This guy's a genius, you know. So we don't know enough, we don't possess enough information to decide something. We all need faith in our country, faith into the president, and the support of our boys. Well, you have faith. Please forgive me. You have faith in your country. You have faith in your president. I'm okay with that. I'll have faith in God. Whew. I think I'm gonna crash now. Janice Burgess, howdy. Thank you so much for staying up and informing us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Whoa. Breaking news. So, hang on. He just released a new statement. Let me listen to it. Listening to Prigozhin. Wow. He basically just released a statement saying that the head of, he didn't say who, said head of chief of staff, I think, gave criminal order to put the planes, jet fighters up in the air and attack the columns that are going to Moscow. Said that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna kill us, and we are among just regular cars. They're gonna kill regular Russians, blah, blah, blah. That's what they've been doing for the past 15 months. Well, surprise, you know, what you have been doing, Prigozhin, for the past 15 months? What have you been doing? What have your criminals have been doing? Who have they been killing? You know, Ukrainians? So anyway, he said that he's very thankful to the pilots that refused the orders to attack the columns. Again, I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's the words of Prigozhin. Welcome to Inside Russia, Yolanda. Triple X, thank you. JRG Projects, the reference to Roman law was apt because Wagner just crossed the Rubicon. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. The Rubicon's been crossed. This will get interesting. My question, do you think that allies reached out to the Wagner group? The timing seems off. I don't know. I think it got to a point where Prigozhin felt like he had no choice because this is a suicide mission. He either succeeds big time or he's dead, okay? So he felt he couldn't wait any longer. Perhaps it was true that he was attacked by missile, and he understood that if he waits another day, another missile, and then he's going to be run out of troops very soon. So that's why. Timing is off for us, perhaps for him, he had no choice. At least he feels he had no choice, you know. Who knows? Amir, I think we're going to need a bigger breakfast. Look, I don't know how I'm going to wake up tomorrow. M. Adams, welcome to Inside Russia. I'm on autopilot right now, folks. We're with you, Constantine, all over the world. Thank you so much. This is means so much to me, you know, that you are staying with me and watching, and so many people.
This is incredible. Thank you, friends. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. You know, financial support is great. It's needed. But your words are absolutely priceless. Your prayers, your wishes, just the fact that you're here is great. You know, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Так. Marvin English, I just read the message. Thank you so much. Так. What have I missed? 812. Thank you, Konstantin, for the president of Russia and the USA. No, I'm not cut out to be a politician. Thank you, but no thank you. Thank you. Sean, thank you so much for gifting sponsorship for 20 people, to 20 people. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Sean is one of the wisest people in this community. He gives me great advices, and he's a fantastic human being. Taco Lover, long time no see, my friend. I was thinking of you today. Well, I'm well. Just a little tired, that's all. Robin Petit, thank you so much for your support, Robin. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, yeah, by the way, Peskov some time ago announced that his son has joined Wagner Group. I wonder if his son is moving on to the Kremlin. Oh, this is so funny. The CNN is finally talking about that. Okay. Andrew B., thank you so much. Putin kills Wagner. Prigozhin becomes martyrs. Either way, Ukrainian better attack now. They have started attacking. They're moving in onto Bakhmut. And this is very good timing for them. If Russia implodes, I hope we have a plan that does not turn Russia into Libya. My friends, we will speak of Russia tomorrow. For me, most important thing is Russia needs to become peaceful again. Stop attacking the neighbors. Get the troops out of Ukraine. And then what happens inside Russia is another story. But it's up to Russians to figure out. And I hope that Americans do not abandon Russia as they did. Don't get offended, but I think that's what happened. Russia, Soviet Union got abandoned back in 1991. Could have been led into a certain direction of democracy, direction of peace and freedom. But Americans won and they left. Okay, and then Putin was born after a while. I hope that you don't leave Russia. I hope you help out. I hope Russia becomes next Germany, next South Korea, next, Japan. Most countries that you touched after World War II, they just prospered, and this is what I hope for Russia. But that's another story. Alan Beckett, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate your support. All right. News from Peskov. Dmitry Peskov announced that Putin ordered police, FSB, and state police, and not clear what he ordered. He ordered. That's it. He gave orders. These guys are clowns.
Not much going on. So all employees of police, FSB, all the power block services, agencies have been called up. They have come to work, but half of them are drunk or, half drunk because it's Friday night. And tomorrow's supposed to be a day off, so no one really knows what's going on. Everyone is wandering around, people trying to sleep and things like that. That's the latest news. Micah has just sponsored 5 people. Thank you so much. Iron Man, Mr. Iron Man is here for coffee. Thank you so very much. I love coffee. And there's also another way to buy me a coffee. It's actually a website called Buy Me Coffee. That's you can buy me coffee too if you want to. I don't mind. Kent Holmquist, welcome to Inside Russia. Another sponsor. Welcome, friend. Marv, thank you again. Update from neighbor. Kids not near the danger, but will reach out if they need to leave. Thanks again for the help. Hey, I haven't helped at this point. But my suggestion is get them the hell out of there as soon as you can. Plan Fortress is not really a joke, Kathleen Irish, M4 is closed in 46 different places between Rostov and Voronezh according to Google Maps. Oh, excellent. Let me look at the Yandex Karte. Excellent idea. My goodness. Hang on. You see, I'm not thinking right. I should have thought of it a long time ago. Showing me the maps of Uzbekistan. Thank you. Rostov-on-Don. There you go. Interesting. Yandex Maps don't show any closings. M4 closed, 22 closes between Rostov and Rassvet. Rostov, Rassvet, these places I know so well. Rassvet, my friends live there. It's a village, but it's an upscale village. Got plenty of gated communities there, nice houses. Right off M4 before the airport. Kathleen, thank you so much for the information. Looks like you informing me and us instead of me informing you. Thank you. Spicy 4K action. Thank you. If Wagner forces all in one spot in Russia, or is there troops stationed in many places? Now look, Wagner has 29 offices in every major Russian city. That's where they were recruiting people into ЧВК Wagner, and Ministry of Defense was fine with that. Putin was fine with that. Everyone was fine with that. But now it's become a danger. There's information that right now ЧВК Wagner in all the cities are calling former fighters and telling them, "Hey, we need your help. Please come over as soon as you can." So they're probably getting together in most major cities, and of course the main major force is with Prigozhin, and most likely around Prigozhin right now. New sponsor, Kit Finn. Thank you and welcome to Deep Inside Russia. It's upper tier. Thank you so much. Does FSB have enough force to stop ЧВК Wagner? I don't think so, because FSB is not, they're like secret police. They're not military. ЧВК Wagner can be stopped by military, okay? Thank you, Konstantin. God bless and love. My heart breaks for my long-time distant Ukrainian relatives. Thank you, Serene. Thank you. My mom is half Ukrainian, so. BBC is now starting to report on Prigozhin troop movement. Interesting. What do they have to say? Well, BBC Russia, you know, no, nothing that I have already not seen. You know, military inside Moscow. FSB opening criminal investigation and charging Prigozhin. Just general information, you know. BBC Com UK. Access denied. They don't want to put me. From Uzbekistan, but let's pretend I'm in Sweden. Anyway, still cannot. More English tea will keep you going. Kev, I just need at least 3 hours of sleep. Why do you think the silence from Putin? Again, I don't know. I think silence is most important sign of this whole thing, okay? But I don't know why he is being silent. If he's still alive, how do I know? Is he feeling well? Is he scared? Is he, who the hell knows? But that's the beginning of the end of him. That's for sure. JRG Projects is an American. One of their biggest mistakes and regret was allowing remnants of the old regime like Putin to take control. Hard to disagree with you, my friend. Ukraine is not only victim of this war, it'll be the challenge of the decade. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's hard. I definitely agree with you, Thank you. And that's very profound understanding of this situation, by the way. Так, news. Any news? All right. FSB started blocking audio. They don't like people hearing Prigozhin. Let me tell you, they started blocking his audio messages. RW. Please forgive me, folks. Normally, I would tell you to go to get some sleep. Everything will be still there tomorrow. This time, I have no idea what will be there, but go to bed anyway. Folks, there are 12,000 people. I'm gonna go to sleep for about 3 or 4 hours. Gonna wake up, perhaps stream after, perhaps, I don't know. I will definitely keep in touch through my Telegram channel and community post and Patreon. So please, if you haven't become patrons, consider. I'm gonna get some sleep. I just cannot go any more. It's 5. Before I sign off, I would like to invite everyone to a prayer. I usually close my streams, finish my streams with prayer. It's going to be a very short one. If you're religious, please join me. If you're not, please join me anyway. Send good wishes, vibes, and energy to people, whatever you call it. But the idea is the same. So let's wrap it up today. Thank you. Let's do it. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, thank you so much for giving us this day. Thank you for seeing changes. Thank you for so far that not having bloodshed. Thank you for everything. Thanks for putting food on our tables and giving roof over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with people who we love and who love us. Please give us wisdom to raise our children so that when they grow up, they will make this world a better place and they will do a better job running it than we have done. Please help stop bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out and touch the hearts and souls of people who are responsible and capable of making this decision so they make the decision to stop. Please help all the Ukrainians who have been affected, answer their prayers, and make their wishes come true. Please send angels to Ukrainians so they keep people out of harm's way. Please help my country. Send the army of your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael in shining armor, so they come down to this earth and get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. And please have angels run Russia. Make it peaceful. Make it loving and loved. Thank you so much for giving us the news today. I am asking you to bring peaceful changes so not one single drop of blood is shed, no people are harmed in the process. Let common sense prevail, let love in our hearts prevail. Let us follow the love in our hearts, and let us let our hearts bring us to the place where Russia is peaceful and good. Dear Lord, thank you so much for allowing us to create this community. It's a fantastic community. Thank you for allowing us to pray together. Please help everyone right now who's praying along with me and just watching us pray. Thank you. Please send us peace, all of us, peaceful skies, regardless where we are, where we live, and who we are. Dear Lord, please help all the children of Ukraine and Russia who have been affected by this terrible tragedy. Send angels, help the children, and help their families. Thank you so very much, dear Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. My friends, thank you so much for coming. I'm afraid I'm gonna collapse. I will see you tomorrow. I will let you know in the community section of when I stream next. Definitely will stream at 9 p.m. Tashkent time, noon Eastern Standard Time, New York, and 9 a.m. Los Angeles, 8 p.m. London. This is for patrons and sponsors. Private live stream. This is where we usually talk more personal stuff. This is my way of saying thank you for supporting me. So please come back. Definitely come back Tashkent evening. And before this might be another live stream, depending on what is happening in Russia. Thank you so very much. And moderators, special thank you to Lorna, Mommy, Prince Amir, Black Cat, Bob S., Harry. Thank you so very much. Thank you. You are absolutely awesome and you rock. And before I sign off, I ask to say along with me this. Please repeat. Carthago delenda est.